Before I began, start first, you like and subscribe my channel. Something entered the ship and it didn't come alone. Space was never supposed to answer back. Humanity had spent decades sending signals into the darkness, hoping, praying, that someone would respond. But no one ever did until now. The starbound mission was the most advanced journey ever attempted. A ship carrying 12 humans, scientists, soldiers, dreamers, all heading toward a distant star system known only as Epsilon Void, a place where something strange had been detected. Signal received again. Commander Aris turned slowly. Play it. The room fell silent then. A sound echoed through the ship, not noise. Not language, something. Alive. It wasn't random. It was repeating, watching, learning. Is that a pattern? One scientist whispered. No. Another replied, voice shaking. It's responding. To us. Suddenly, the ship trembled. Outside the window. Space itself cracked. Yes. Cracked, like glass. And from that crack, darkness began to leak inside. Not empty darkness, something moving inside it. Shapes, huge, watching. Commander, we're not alone. The signal changed. This time. It was clear. You have been found. Silence. No one breathed. No one moved. Then suddenly, one crew member screamed. His eyes were glowing. The scream didn't stop. It echoed through the ship. Sharply broken. Inhuman. Lock him down! Commander Aris shouted. Two crew members rushed forward. But the moment they touched him, he stopped. Silence. Slowly. He looked up. His eyes were no longer human. They were glowing, deep, hollow, endless. Do you hear it too? He whispered. A strange sound filled the room again. That same signal. But louder now. Closer. Inside their heads. Turn it off. Someone yelled. I can't. The tech screamed. It's not coming from outside anymore. Everyone froze. Then where is it coming from? The infected crew member smiled. A cold, unnatural smile. From us. Lights flickered violently. Screens glitched. Symbols appeared. Unknown. Ancient. Alive. They're rewriting the system. No, the scientist whispered. They're rewriting us. Suddenly, another crew member collapsed. Then another. One by one, they began hearing it, seeing things, shadows moving where there was nothing, whispers crawling under their skin. Commander Aris grabbed the emergency gun. Anyone infected? We isolate. No hesitation. But deep inside, he knew. It was already too late. Outside the ship, the crack in space widened. Slowly, like something was pushing through. Something massive. Back inside, the infected man stepped forward. No one stopped him. No one could move. Why are you here? Aris asked, voice shaking. The thing inside him answered, You opened the door. Suddenly, the walls of the ship began to breathe. Yes, breathe. Like the entire ship was becoming alive. A voice echoed everywhere. Not from speakers. Not from air. From reality itself. Prepare. For what? Aris shouted. Silence. Then, ascension. And in that moment, half the crew turned. The moment the first creature entered, everything changed. Gravity distorted. Some crew members were thrown to the ceiling. Others collapsed to the floor like something was crushing them. This isn't just an alien, one scientist whispered. It's changing physics. Commander Aris stood his ground. Everyone, eyes on the target, don't panic. But panic had already taken over. The creature didn't walk. It glitched. 1 second it was near the door. Next second, right behind them. A crew member was lifted into the air. No hands. No force visible. Just control. Then, his body twisted and snapped. Dead silence. No more hesitation, Aris growled. New rule, don't attack. Observe it. The creature paused, as if curious. Its many eyes focused on Aris. You adapt fast. The voice wasn't sound. It was directly inside their minds. You might survive longer than the others. Aris clenched his jaw. What do you want? A pause. Then, to evolve. Suddenly, the infected crew moved again. But this time, they weren't walking. They were changing. Their bodies stretched. skin turning into dark patterns, eyes multiplying. They're becoming like it. One of them lunged at Eris. Close combat. Eris barely dodged. He grabbed a metal rod and smashed it into the creature's head. For a second, it worked. The thing staggered. Physical impact works, someone shouted. Then fight. The crew charged. Pure survival instinct. No guns. No tech. Just raw force. Metal rods. Tools. And bare hands. They pushed the infected back. For a moment, hope returned. But then, the main entity moved. Fast. Too fast. It expanded across the room. Walls bending around it. Reality folding like paper. And then, it revealed its true shape. Not one creature. A gateway. A living portal. Inside it, thousands of shapes moving. Waiting. Watching. Commander! We're not fighting one. We're fighting an army. The temperature dropped instantly. Frost spread across the floor. Breath turned visible. The entity spoke again. Phase 2. And then, they started coming through. 1, 2, 10 different shapes. Different sizes. All wrong. All hungry. Eris looked at his remaining crew. Bloodied. Terrified. But still standing. He took a deep breath. Listen to me. If we die as humans. Silence. Then, they stood together, facing the impossible. The ship was falling apart. Walls tearing. Gravity collapsing. Reality itself unstable. And in the center of it all, the portal, alive, growing, more creatures crawling out every second. We can't hold them. Crew members were getting pushed back. One by one. Screams echoed. Metal bent. Darkness spread. Commander Eris looked around. Only 5 humans left. 5. Against an army. For a moment, fear almost took over. But then, he noticed something. The creatures weren't attacking randomly anymore. They were moving toward one place. The reactor, Eris whispered. Suddenly, it clicked. They don't want to destroy us. They want the ship. They want power. Eris turned to the crew. If they take the reactor, they won't just control this ship. They'll open more portals. Silence. That means Earth. Everyone froze. No, one whispered. Eris nodded slowly. This is not just survival anymore. This is the last line. We overload the reactor. That'll destroy the portal, and everything with it. That includes us. Eris looked straight into their eyes. Humanity doesn't end here. For a second, no one spoke. Then, one by one, they nodded. No fear, only determination. The ship began shaking violently. Energy surged through the walls. The portal reacted instantly. The main entity screamed, "No." For the first time, it sounded afraid. "Stop this." Eris smiled. "Now you feel it?" Fear. The creatures rushed forward. Full attack. Everything they had. Humans versus aliens. Close combat. No escape. One by one, crew members fell. But they didn't stop. They kept fighting. Buying time. Reactor at 80%. Hold them! Eris was bleeding. Barely standing. But still fighting. A massive creature lunged at him. He didn't move. He stepped forward and tackled it, dragging it toward the reactor core. The portal began collapsing. Creatures screamed. Reality twisted violently. "You will all die," Eris shouted back. "We were always ready." A blinding light filled the ship. Everything stopped. Blinding light. Silence. The ship shook violently, then everything froze. Commander Eris opened his eyes. He was alive. Around him, the wreckage of the ship glimmered in faint starlight. Debris floated slowly in zero gravity. "Anyone alive?" he called. A faint voice responded. "Eris." He turned and saw another crew member. 2 survivors. Out of 12. "Is it over?" Eris whispered. He looked at the space where the portal had been. Nothing. Just calm. Empty darkness. "For now," his companion said. But deep inside, Eris knew this was not the end. The ship system slowly rebooted. Screens flickered to life. Then a message appeared. Unknown source. "Play it," Eris said, holding his breath. The screen went black. Then a voice clear inside their minds. You passed. Eris froze. Stage 1? Complete. His heart sank. Stage 1? Outside, the stars shifted. Not a crack this time. Hundreds, no thousands of signals from every direction. The aliens were coming, toward Earth. They weren't attacking, Eris realized. They were testing us. The screen glowed again. Prepare for ascension. The sky outside filled with lights, ships, and strange energy. Entities unlike anything humans had ever seen. Millions of them converging toward Earth. Eris closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and said to his companion, Send the message. What should we say? The crew member asked. Eris replied slowly. Tell Earth, we are not alone, and this time, they are coming. Humans survived the battle, but the real war was only beginning.